Hey everybody, this is Grimcad. We are here for some Dungeons and Dragons. We're doing a makeup day today. We're playing 5th edition. We are doing the heavily modified Tombs of Annihilation campaign. As I mentioned, I am Grimcad. I am a player in this game. I'm playing Ariadne the Bee Druid. Joining me are several of my friends, whom I shall introduce, and who shall introduce to you their characters. We're going to go ahead and start with Nikki. Let's start with right in the middle. Say hi, Nikki.
Hi, I'm tired.
Who are you playing?
A person.
What?
I'm playing someone.
Nice. Do they have a name?
That's it. Nope.
Oh. Interesting.
Anymore. It's canon now.
I'm also joined by Mufasa. Say hi, Mufasa.
Hello, I'm Mufasa. I play Democos, who is a tiefling.
And who definitely has a name. I am also joined by Spoony. Say hi, Spoony.
Hello, and I play Nezu the monk who is saunaless. That is all.
Who's what? Like saunaless? Like you don't have a sauna?
Yes. Yep,
Yeah,
I was
he
locked in.
didn't go into the sauna.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I mean, you voluntarily did go to the sauna.
Yep,
he was
this
also
is true.
named-
I just think it's weird.
Also
because
named.
I was literally looking up YouTube videos about how to build a sauna, like, earlier today.
To be fair, that sauna could have either been like a super sauna or it could have been like acid steam.
Yeah, 50-50.
As if.
And last but certainly not least, we are joined by Gypsy or 420.
Hello, I am here, and I am the DM. And with that, we will pick up, I guess, with our usual recap and continuation of our story. Last week we finished clearing out Baba Yaga's hut, or I suppose not clearing out, more exploring it, seeing what it had to offer. We either beforehand or shortly after stepping out of the threshold of the doorway realized that something we'd done, more than likely the cranking of the levers, has moved the location of the cottage, and therefore you find yourself lost but standing on a beach. Although all the mischief you seem to have gotten up to in the hut didn't displease her, so you've left, I guess, at least somewhat amicably. We're all the same here in a unknown part. As you can see, I have hidden you guys' party token because you are lost. You have no clue where you are in relation to much of anything.
Just walk west.
Yeah, what side
you
beach are we on?
Yes, you are standing on what looks like quite a barren and desolate beach. You in particular, Riod, notice that there seems to be no living critters or creatures. The water has this very yellow tinge to it and almost boils in part. To the east, a good, fair few miles, you can see a mountain range with what looks like an active volcano bubbling lava down into the bay. To your west, there is a medium-sized thicket of forest. Medium in terms of the size of the jungles and everything. You could even consider it small. It's a pocket, if anything, but it's also still thick enough that you can't see through the trees either. But behind them you can see another towering mountain range. Again, it seems to be some form of active volcano. You would guess by the smoke billowing from the top. To the north, both of your position and this kind of thicket of trees off of kind of a finger of the mountain, you can see what looks like the open area of a mine. A lot of the trees have been cleared out and stripped bare and barren. There seems to be some kind of ancient pathway leading from the waterways up to, or this shore up the multiple miles towards the north. And far to the southeast, you can see what looks like the remains of a village. I say remains because even from this greater distance, you can see that it is destroyed and at one point in time has been subject to the volcano that is bubbling above it.
So if I had to make a guess, we're somewhere around here.
Yes.
That would be my guess too. But
Well,
Wait,
if
give
I
me a survival.
if I gave you, would it help to give the survival if I cast that on Riod, so I could get a better vantage point?
Guidance and survival.
Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you were pretty much on the mark to begin with anyway. I will bring you guys back here. As with that roll, you would basically, know where you are. You probably even heard of Shilku Bay at some point in passing and recognize the sulfuric waters, the lack of life, and in general everything.
time is it right now? Like night? I believe we went into the thing at like either the middle of the night or the morning or something. I don't know.
It was the night because we
It
were
is
fighting.
4 in the afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah, it was night when you guys went in an unknown amount of time ago in a place where time and physics didn't seem to really exist.
We went back in time.
But it is
Oh
4
my
p.m. on some unknown day.
Well, we know we want to get somewhere around here. Probably the easiest way would be to head north and around. Or we could be interested in checking out the remains of this village. Does it look like it's a recent thing that it's been destroyed, or does it look long ago? And again,
you wouldn't be sure from
Sure.
this distance.
Fair enough.
If you were to hazard a guess, you'd guess a while ago. There's if it was recent, you probably would have found tracks of survivors or something of some sort of natural disaster that occurred recently. There's almost no, I guess, signs of life aside from the ancient path leading up to the mine to the north. Basically, the entire shoreline from where you guys are down to Shilku is like lava plateaus, broken obsidian, the odd occasional stream of very light lava. There is one big thick, which I'll draw on the map, which they really should have done because they tell you it's there. But coming down this way somewhere would be a line of lava leading to the bay.
I see.
So we do also have another option. I saw in the Hag's house a note about a dragon in that mountain ring.
In the
Like the
Kobold
Dragon
Mountains?
yeah.
In the Kobold Mountains.
And we should seek out this dragon because...
There's the reason.
I hear they have hordes. It could be
They're also
lot of
dragons.
useful stuff in there.
I think Ellen brings up a good point. Dragons do have hordes, or so the story goes, and dragons are in fact dragons. I think... Well, I think if nothing else, we should at least head towards these mines and see what's going on there. It's the nearest point of interest. It's pretty much on our way anyways.
Are the
And
mines to the
according to
north?
this map, it's
I
right
believe
over
so,
there,
yes.
isn't it?
Now, I suppose the one could be leading towards the other. I mean, I don't see marked anywhere else on this map any other mines or anything like that, so perhaps we are heading towards this dragon inadvertently, but I see no reason to purposely go for it necessarily.
Let's just walk this way, and if we come across a dragon, we come across a dragon.
I don't think we want to.
Did the note
Come across
make
dragon.
mention of what kind of dragon it is?
It did not.
The note he found did not, but if people want to give me a history check with advantage for those who have spent large amounts of time in Chult. So, Damakos, I'm not sure how long Nezu would have allowed his character to.
Don't believe so.
Alan, you would get advantage as well. Because of your contacts, you would have access to more information than most people.
I gotcha. What did you want me to roll?
History. Yeah. That's from everyone, but I mean, with Damakos's, we have the answer anyway.
I'm doing it anyways. It didn't roll. Roll it again. There you go.
Yes, it did. There we go. Yep, well, with the 19s and 20s, you would have heard tales and stories of a young female red dragon named
Young, you said?
Cinderlaw.
We could take her.
You would know that she's better known as Tinder by those that follow her, and that there are those that follow her. A tribe of kobolds, coincidentally, as you know, as tends to be the cliche. That's the most you'd probably know about the dragon herself, though, and everything like that. But yes, you would know that she is a young female red dragon that basically lords over the entire wastes around Valley of Lost Honor down to Shilku, all across basically that entire area of Chult.
Yes, the note didn't mention anything, but I do remember reading a book about a red dragon around the south of Jolt somewhere.
I see.
I mean,
The text said
we
it was
run
a
into
young,
it, right?
but I don't know
think
how
that's
the
the best we
text
got.
I think so. But either way, I again think we should at least head towards the mine as a point of interest.
Well, if we want to give me perception rolls for the nightward stay, because it'd only be a day's travel, and you're not going to get lost following a path to a pretty obvious mine.
Well, before we, when does night fall? Like, are we walking when night falls? Are we camping here and then
I mean,
going in the...
That's up to you guys. Like, you would arrive tomorrow. It's up to you whether you arrive in the evening at the mine or in the morning if you guys continue with throughout the night, but that does mean a point of exhaustion.
Well, I asked mostly because before we go to sleep for the night, I would have inevitably done something.
That's fine.
So let's say that we walked a bit and then camp. But
Well, yeah, you can have walked a bit either way, but like,
sure.
are you guys taking a long rest? In which case, you will be at the
Sir, I would
mines
imagine
in the
so.
evening.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's fine. So yes, you can do any action that you would have done.
Sure. Well, the night would have fallen. And of course, I bought my playing cards so I could just do something in like the evenings when I'm waiting and all that. So I would have inevitably offered someone to play cards with me if anyone would have liked to accept that. Otherwise, I would have played it with myself. So, before I say
anyone
that,
play
Are
cards?
you asking anyone in particular?
I'd ask everybody.
And how does everyone else react?
I mean, as far as I'm
'Cause-
aware, you know.
I mean,
Mm.
everyone knows that she has gotten this card from the hag.
Right.
You
I
do
think
not
only-
know You do not know what I told you guys the other week, though.
Yeah.
For you guys, as far as you're concerned, it's only a deck of cards, and the only thing questionable about it is the fact that it came from a hack. But at the same time, that is more than enough
Sure.
for me
I'm not gonna
to say
chastise
that,
anybody.
you're not metering it if you say no, you don't want to play cards with her. It is fully granted.
Yeah,
that
I certainly would say, are you sure you wish you just play cards with the cards from the hag? Surely they're magical in some way. The deck.
I'd be like, no. I was playing with them down in the game room. I don't know if you checked it out, but they're just a normal deck of playing cards.
Detect magic.
And yeah, if you cast Detect Magic, it's heavily magical. But it seems like the magic slips in and out of the deck, or at least in and out of between each card. It seems to constantly kind of be shifting like a force throughout the deck, as opposed to the entire deck as a whole.
I see. Well, some of these cards are magical. So the deck is magical in a way, but you probably got the same impression of her that I got. Nothing is straight with her. Everything has some sort of deal or caveat with it, and I believe she's in some way messed with the deck even further. What does the deck do? I have no idea. The only way to find that out would be by drawing a card. Or a card until something happens.
I mean, I could identify it.
Or that.
Do you cast it?
I don't think it'd be that dangerous, but if you wish to
Am I
identify it.
allowed to? Do you allow me to identify it?
How long does identify take?
10 minutes if it's a ritual cast, I believe.
10 minutes on the deck of cards. Here, you know what? Just for the hell of it, I'm not next to anybody else, but I would say I don't think they're that dangerous, and I would pull the top card to see if I could prove myself right, because I want to pull
okay.
I want to pull one of the blank cards and then be like, see, they're not dangerous. I told you.
Odds, it's normal. Evens, I'm rolling again.
And also because I don't know what it happens with it.
Pull a queen of clubs, and nothing happens.
I pulled the queen of cards, splash it. Yeah,
And to us, that's a weird card, correct? Because that's not a normal thing we would see in this world.
Yeah, it would be very strange, but at the same time, if you'd been in the room with her, you would have seen that the entire deck she was playing with in that room was different, and it was a, Our Earth 52 playing.
I actually don't think anyone was with her when that happened. I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, if someone was, then that's what they would have seen, because the deck in that room was normal.
Well, again, I understand, and we got lucky, or perhaps unlucky, but again, not all of the cards are enchanted. Draw another.
Okay, I'll draw another card. Are you gonna account for the fact there's now one less odd card in there?
No, that does not matter too much.
Let's see.
Okay, so.
Oh gosh.
So. Sorry, I'm just counting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so.
Alright. Seems like a normal deck to me.
Explodes.
So, as you pull out a card that has the head of a man with a broken crown on it, with a single shovel plastered across like the top of the crown. You feel yourself a little bit lighter, and give me a second to make the effect come into play.
Oh gosh, I'm floating away. Everybody save me. What else?
Not that much lighter. It feels like you aren't carrying as much. Wait, no, because that was Grimm's one. And if you spend a minute or two going through your belongings, you would find that you have no magic items or any form of gold or anything either. All your wealth has disappeared and all magic items have disappeared, which I hope
Including the thing I've been wearing all this time?
No. Oh, what
Okay.
thing?
I wear a cape that is technically magical. But is
Yes,
that
that would too.
Oh.
Yep.
I pull the card and my cape disappears.
Yep, that would disappear. All your gold did as well. I can't see what else that might be magical. You're still holding the deck in your hand though. And as the kind of slight weight of something in your pack disappearing and the weight in your gold purse disappearing, the card vanishes into a thick cloud of dark smoke.
Well then.
And yes, your robe or your cloak would do the same as well. Off of your back, it'd kind of just disappear into black smoke, and there'd be a slight curl of smoke out of your coin purse, and a light puff as you open your backpack to search it.
I didn't have any other magical things. So wait, I lost everything in my backpack?
You had one
though?
other. No, you had one other magical thing in your backpack, which if you see at the bottom, there is a item being deleted, which is what I was deleting. Do we continue to draw from the deck?
Wow, I mean, I've got nothing to lose now.
Only your life.
Or just tip
I'll
the deck.
I'll ask Rion if he would like to draw a card.
I think I would like to pass on that. What
I guess
just happened, by the way?
I have no clue.
Your cloak is gone.
Yeah, I know.
You've
I
been
love
looking
that
through your
cloak.
back. I love that cloak.
I don't think I really would have looked through my bag,
Oh,
honestly, that much.
okay.
Yeah. But I would have been quite sad if my cloak disappeared.
Oh yes, if it was enchanted, that is exactly what would have happened.
No, no,
At least
was
we didn't have shillelagh on any of our weapons.
did Grimm's quarterstaff disappear?
No.
Oh, okay.
That he used shillelagh on that to get it magical.
I mean, I don't know what else I would have even had.
Well, I guess this is definitely a lesson on greed and how destructive it
Hang
be.
on. Sorry, there is one more thing that I must delete off your sheet. Because although it is not magical, it is a sign of your wealth. Two items, actually. And you would notice these two disappearing as well. Your badge and your book. Your
So
code
sad.
book both disappear as well.
I'm just a loser now. Well, I mean, sure. I mean, that happened.
It did. Do you believe it's magical now?
Might be correct then.
Anything with a coffee can?
Would you like?
Oh. That's quite you. I've got it.
I mean, man, I don't know. Should I
But
pull another card this point? What do I gotta lose? Did the deck itself disappear out of
no,
curiosity?
no, the deck didn't, but the card did. You would find you are still holding the queen card unless you shuffled it back into the deck.
I put
That
on the bottom.
did not disappear. Yeah, but that did not disappear.
Interesting.
Those cards are, if they're anything like anything else I've heard of, it's just like gambling. Good things could happen, bad things could happen. I think it's more of an oddity rather than a useful item.
Hmm. Should I pull another one? Maybe we'll get luckier this time.
Do you really wish to? There can be some dire consequences from what I understand.
Question: if I shuffle the deck, does that like activate the cards, or does it only happen when I intentionally draw a card?
It's what do you...
It's only when you intentionally draw. Before you
Okay.
draw a card, you must declare how many cards you intend to draw, and you
Oh,
made 2
what if
draws
I
of
say
20.
50 cards?
Well, I think it's 51, isn't
Well,
there?
I mean,
Well,
when you say
no,
shuffle the
it's
deck,
52
you
times.
kind of have to draw all of the cards to shuffle it.
Oh, yeah, she did remove 2, yeah.
I want to draw all 50 and we see what happens.
I take several steps away from him. Alan.
Hopefully this is a joke.
Okay, I do not draw all 50. I'm going to draw another card.
Before she draws it, I'll swat her hand. I'll swat.
You mean you're not? Oh, you're standing next to me?
I guess I am.
Alright, well, I'll draw another card regardless if he swats me.
I am 30 feet away by now, watching on, leaning on my staff.
Yeah, no, I'm like standing behind you, like.
Right.
You gotta get a bit of distance from this.
Draw away.
I draw a card, yep. Ah, see, it's a
So-
safe one.
Once I find it. Ooh. So, as you pull the card out, you pull out what looks like a woman's head wearing a crown, and on the crown is three jewels.
Excuse me.
Oh, there you go. I'm about to make my whole wealth back right now. It's all coming together.
The card does not disappear. It is the same kind of art design as the king card that you pulled before. It is different to the quote-unquote real world designs. So you pretty sure this is one of the magical cards. You do not know what the effect is as of yet.
Hey, what
If you want to put Queen of Diamonds with a 3 next to it. Just
You
on
so you
your
want me to note
inventory.
down that I have a card with a... What does it look like?
Queen of Diamonds with 3 gems set into the crown.
Diamonds. 3 gems. Alright, question. Did my tome disappear as well? Is that one of the
No.
things you like took from me? Okay.
No. Just your code
Ironically.
book, and because any kind of ledgers or contracts you had would have been written in that book as well. And that's a sign of wealth,
Sure.
but your magic is not a direct sign of wealth.
It is like but interesting. Well, I guess I'll stop drawing for now.
So
Hey.
you would stop drawing?
Do you want me to keep going? This is gonna be the
I
whole
mean-
night.
It's
Feel free.
sooner or
It's
Sooner or
really
later-
up to you.
sooner or later the death card's gonna come up, or you're gonna rip apart the fabric of reality. Like
There's a death card.
there are multiple just straight you end the game cards. Like yes, there is a death card, the skull.
Oh gosh.
No.
There is
balls.
some ridiculous cards.
Oh, there are some ridiculously overpowered cards. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna offer Nezu a card since he's standing next to me.
I shake my head and walk away. I'm not touching anything related to that hag.
But assuming no more cards are being drawn at the moment, please stop drawing cards.
We're gonna draw cards until we ruin everything.
I'm gonna look. I'll draw it in the middle of combat. How's that sound?
Worse.
Oh god, she's a Yu-Gi-Oh character now. Oh,
Yes. Yes.
Just
Summon the
stamp it.
effigy of death while you're fighting other things.
Hear me out. I make the enemy draw the card.
I mean, then you just accidentally gave them 50,000 experience points and made them like a level
50,000
7 or
experience
something.
points?
There is a
Hey,
card that does that, yes.
Hey,
Oh
don't forget that 50,000 experience points card also gives you a wondrous item.
Yeah, but Wondrous is like just trashy items, really.
I'll
That
draw
can
another
be
card.
anything.
I'm getting the 50,000
Just one.
experience. Just one for now. We're gonna see what it is.
Okay.
You told me the riches that this deck can bestow upon me.
You're gonna summon death.
Imagine if I just get 50,000 experience, though.
she says it's gonna be teleporting to a new
This
dimension
is
or
a
something. She's just
milestone
Ima-
game.
Imagine if you lose 10,000 experience.
This is a milestone game.
Look, I'm still taking my 50,000 experience.
As you draw the card and turn it to look at you, you see what looks like the visage of a Medusa, and you feel an extreme weight descend on your shoulders.
Oh god, I'm turning stone. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
You're not turning to stone,
Oh?
but you are cursed with the Uriel curse, which I will...
The what curse?
That, which...
You're right. Oh,
That is the effect.
maybe. Oh, you posted it. The only good or the only a god or the magic of the fate cards can end this curse. Wow, that's sad.
That's really sad.
I feel
So-
I look sadder.
Do we want to draw again? Because as the
It's a very
card
chunky snake.
puffs into the black smoke, the rest of the party would kind of just see Ellen look a lot more downcast. Her shoulders kind of slump a little. I like to picture her as not a very emotion-filled person to begin with, but her face goes just like a shade more emotionless. She kind of just gets a bit more off.
These cards suck. I hate them.
But assuming that is the end of our card drawing, we
I want to draw
will.
another one.
Oh god.
No, I'm moving us on for now.
I'll draw it later. I'll draw it when we get
Thank
into
you.
combat.
And we would appear
Try
at
it
night
later.
at the edge of this mine, which I will drag you guys onto in a second. Once it loads me. You would still be a little bit further to the south, unless you chose to come up this close this quickly. So just because you're on the map edge, I'm slowly dragging you guys on.
I see. I don't know where I am
I
right
got
now.
vision, but funnily enough, I don't have a token.
Check.
Like I can't see my token. I'm drawing
That might
another.
be why.
There it
Oh,
goes.
no.
I needed to turn dynamic lighting on in the cave.
Ah.
Or in the map.
Still only actually see where I am. Oh, here I am. Okay, hi.
Hi.
To the bottom left.
Hello.
And I assume we have
Right.
Dragon Bait and Artist with us.
Yes, yes.
How did they react when we were drawing cards? Yeah. When we were
like
staying
Alan-
30 feet away.
Yeah, they were with the group standing 30 feet away, looking very, very mix of disapproving and disappointed at Alan. Just like kind of a how have you made it this far, and you've made it this far, why are you being so stupid kind of deal.
Don't listen to him draw another card. No balls.
Yeah, you say that in character?
No, I wouldn't say that in character.
Look at myself, John.
But let me scroll to the top here.
We're scrolling to the top?
No, I am. I was of the information sheet.
Gotcha.
So, as you guys walk up to the mine, which I assume you would do because as far as you can see, there is nothing on the outside areas. As you slowly walk up and everything, you know, it's very much like down in Shilku Bay, very devoid of natural life and even life signs. You find the odd occasional footprint and kind of scrape mark in the dirt and the obsidian, but beyond that, not much trace or tail. How far up would you guys
So, like, no
wish to go?
footsteps or dwarven, doesn't look like there's been a ton of tracks, or would you
Not
prefer,
in quite a while.
Okay.
Not in quite a while. You could give me a investigation if you wanted to try and figure out, you know, general rough how long
Sure.
ago things might have been in the area.
We'll
But,
practice
yeah.
it. It's been at
Um,
least 1,000 years since people have been here.
Oh, you wouldn't go that far. Like, it's what marks there are pretty permanent because of the landscape.
Right.
You know, it's basically almost pancake slabs of obsidian, not much dirt and wildlife and stuff like that. So you would, aside from if you were walking up to the mine to the west a bit more, it starts breaking down into, as you get further away from the Valley of Lost on it starts breaking down into earth and trees. But in this area, within 11, you would easily be able to figure out that, you know, it's been at least 10 years since any
okay.
kind of sentient humanoid life has kind of existed here. And as you got closer, you would see it's probably been even longer than that, quite honestly, because this building here on the left has walls made of closely fitted stone with large windows and a wide overhanging roof. It's now overgrown with vines and creepers, but the structure is actually surprisingly solid. The other larger building to the right is again made of very closely fitted stones and a tile roof, but with no windows. There's a couple of portions of the wall that are starting to crumble where tree roots are starting to push the stones apart, and gouges and scars show where someone's tried to hack through the heavy door with axes. But it seems that they would have given up after making very little headway.
Okay, I would try this door ahead of me to the smaller building.
It is not locked as far as you can tell, but the door itself is kind of swollen in its door frame and is a bit stuck. So give me a athletics check.
$60.
A what check?
Athletics,
Mhm.
strength.
Sure. Well, guidance.
Yep. And you would manage to push and force it open, and you would open it up into what appears to be a small office. Everything in here is well beyond rotten. The ledges have mildewed into slime. Tables and cabinets are covered with creepers and bird droppings and the bones of small animals. The couple of stools that are in the room collapse as you put any sort of weight on them, whether it's just shifting them out of the way, they kind of fall apart in your hands or anything.
Well, it's been a while since this was an active area, that's for certain. See if you can get into that other building, I suppose.
And Dragonbait, since he's standing right there, would give it a try, and again, he would find it not locked, but still stuck, whether it's because of the gouge marks kind of making the uneven flush of the wood, or whether it's a little bit swollen. But he would manage to force it open, and inside, anyone who looked in would see dozens of crates and barrels stacked one on top of each other. A few have been toppled over by the roots that have been growing up underneath them. Any of the food that remains behind is beyond rotten and inedible. A lot of the other supplies seem to be still useful and workable, but it's mining tools, stoneworking, ironworking. You could probably pull out some lanterns and oil and some candles, that sort of stuff. There might be a few bits and pieces you guys could use, but you'd imagine most of it's more useful for miners. If you want to give me a investigation, and we will see if you can pull anything amazing out.
I will give somebody guidance for their investigation, but my investigation is not very good.
Mine isn't good either.
I'm not sure what my investigation is. And I'm just out of the game for a second.
Gotcha.
To give it
Is yours any better than a 0 there?
No, I believe mine's 0 as well. Mine might be 1. Not entirely sure. Could pull.
I technically have a 1.
I have a 1. Here you go. I
See,
investigate.
that's 18.
That's, yeah, that's amazing. 18. You would find more usable supplies than you would have actually originally thought. You find probably the equivalent of 4 full lanterns worth of oil. You'd find 1 lantern still in perfect working condition. It would be a bullseye lantern as opposed to a hooded one. You would also find what looks like repair materials and maintenance materials for this cart over here. It seems to be a thicker, heavier grease and a big tool that looks like it probably works the pins in the wheels or the brake systems on the carts. You'd find various ropes and tars, brushes, brooms. That would be most of the adventuring usable stuff. The rest is like specifically mining stuff, like miners' helmets, pickaxes, that sort of stuff.
There is like a real rope there?
Yeah.
I
Give
will
me a
gladly
second.
grab some real rope.
There would be 92 feet or meters or feet. 92 feet of it. It would be between different coils, but you would be able to tie it into whichever lengths of rope you wanted. So it's not one, giant long piece of rope of 92 feet, but you could make it any kind of combination of pieces of rope tied together.
Sure. Well, I'll grab, like a 50-footer rope, and then I'll let somebody else grab the other, what,
I don't need anything.
42 feet,
So take it.
48 feet, 42
Nope.
feet. I'm not so bad. 48. Whether it's, one of the NPCs if nobody else wants it, or...
Yeah, actually, Artis will take it along just because it's better to have something and need it, have something and not need it than need it and not have it.
Exactly. Well, do we want to go ahead and start exploring this while we're here? I would presume,
Is there any
yes.
reason to explore it?
Is there a use to explore? Honestly, perhaps curiosity. Demikos was right. There could be something worthwhile around here. I certainly would imagine that, with one mountain range, we have the map with one entrance into it. Surely somewhere there's a dragon somewhere.
We want to find the dragon?
Not necessarily, but we could still poke into the mountain without finding the dragon.
You can also poke into the mountain and then find the dragon.
That's true.
Did we have a long rest before this? Just to make sure.
No. You would have over the night before, so you'd be on max health and everything. But it is coming up to evening. Well, it is evening. It's coming up to nighttime. Which I shall simulate by... Wait, no, daylight mode isn't on. There's just a lot of light sources. Can everyone see, like, this cave clear as and everything? Like Riod, I'm more talking to? Or does it get dark?
It gets dark. It gets dark right around here.
Okay, cool. Alright, cool.
And, I can see
Actually,
right here.
Is there a light here, actually, or no? That's just part of the map that we're not supposed to acknowledge.
What was that?
Is this actually a light we
Sorry?
can see, or is that just part of the map?
Yep. Yep. That will be a light if it's actually lit up there.
At least I think it
this
looks
is-
like it's lit up.
Yeah, this is one of the module maps. If it actually gives light, it will be giving light. If not, it's just an empty sconce. I can actually check that. Yes, it does look like it is giving light. Is it for you, Rio? You're the one who can see light.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't believe so either.
Yeah.
What's dark
It's
in
not
there?
giving off light.
Okay. Well, that's fine. It's a dead sconce then. But if you check over an ore cart sits on the tracks at the entrance to the mine, held in place by blocks under the wheels.
Kind of where is it? Or if anything.
No, it is. It is empty. One of the axles looks broken, and the other screeches horribly if you give it a kind of little wiggle. The old brake looks solid. If someone wants to give me a intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Well, you're better at intelligence than anybody, I think, With your
Nope,
plus
I have
one.
terrible intelligence and even
He
worse
says to
wisdom.
someone. He says to someone who drawed like 4 or 5 times out of a deck of many.
Look, there's a reason my wisdom is
Nope.
negative one
Well,
modified.
no,
right
that
now.
is actually enough. It's not saving throws. It's just a normal check, so you would have been okay. It's only saving throws that you have the -2.
That's Spoonie rolled, not me.
Yes, and 11 is high enough. You would notice that although the brakes look solid and would work, they have definitely seen better days, and spending probably an hour all up on the axle and the brakes, you could probably get this cart pretty well working again.
We could possibly get this working, but it'll take a bit of work to get that there.
You would have seen all of the supplies are in the storage shed. So it's literally the manual labor of actually doing it and putting it all together that would take time. It's not like you have to, go find the grease in the axle and everything yourself.
And it's evening, correct?
Yes, currently. The sun would probably just be starting to set behind the mountains looming above you. In fact, you would probably already be in the shadow of the mountain, to be quite honest.
Well, do we want to explore? I'm game for it.
I feel like it wouldn't hurt a little.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's give a quick look around, and then perhaps as we're bedding down for the night, we can spend some time repairing the cart. Who knows if we find something heavy that we need to move back or something. And I would start to go down.
I ride the mic down, please.
Not currently. You cannot, because we did not spend time fixing it. But as you stepped out into this area here, you would see this deep chasm in front of you. It plunges
Deep chasm in front of us.
deep down underneath you. And there's just enough daylight filtering in still to allow you to just barely see the bottom of the shaft, a good 250, 300 feet below you. This wooden bridge spanning the way leads to a central stone column that basically comes right up the center of the shaft, and then the bridge itself seems solid, although a couple of planks of wood here and there have dropped away.
So I can see
Okay.
the very corner of something. By which I mean a token. Over here.
Oh yeah,
I
hey
was
guys,
just-
there's a dragon over there. I can actually
I was
see
just
it.
gonna say, since it's in just in the light, would I be able to try and make out what it is a bit better?
Hey guys, there's a dragon over there.
Back in the hole, back in the hole.
It's definitely not a dragon. It
It
is.
looks like a dragon for the
It looks like
token.
kobold by the looks of it. It looks like
Yeah, well,
Oh.
considering the fact that it's roughly the same size as Nezu, you'd
That's a good point.
be hard pressed to even think that it's a
There's a
wormling
really
dragon.
small dragon over there, everybody.
It should be noted though that, as you can see by the height difference here, that this part of the cart here that leads underneath you is about 75 feet. So that's you're a decent distance above them, and they're kind of in the start of what looks like a
so
cave mouth.
This doesn't lead to here.
That-
This is below.
That's a close.
Oh.
This cart leads underneath you guys.
Yeah, I
Yes.
see what you mean. Yeah, there's like a
I
perspective
see.
thing going.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to back away with my light. Can anyone see in the dark and make out what that is?
I can see in the dark. It's
Basically
fine.
everyone, and yes, you would know that they are kobolds. You're not sure what those two seem to be doing, but they are there.
I'll call out to him. Like, hey,
I'm
you
right next to her, right?
What are you guys doing out there?
Yeah. There was a bridge back there. We want to go across that, or do we want to follow the track?
I think
Can we just
Hold
walk
up a second.
seeing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that is Ullen actually calling out to them,
Yeah, sure, why not?
because at the noise you would watch as they skitter off into the darkness.
Son of a bitch. Well, they're gone. I'm just alone here in the darkness.
I shake my head and just walk away.
So what are the rest
Would I
doing
would I
now?
have heard Ellen calling out for
Oh
Like,
yeah,
were
yeah.
you
Like she was
shouting it out
trying
there?
to. Yeah, she was trying to
Yeah.
talk to something essentially 100 feet away.
Who are you shouting to?
I was shouting to the little dragons down there.
The- Kobolds, why?
Because maybe they could give us directions.
This module's too damn easy.
Are we looking for a dragon? They're supposed to worship the
Weren't we
dragon.
not looking for the dragon?
Wasn't it established we were looking for the dragons?
I thought we were talking about the dragon existing. I
Yes,
thought we
and
weren't
attempting
actively
to stay
seeking it.
away from it.
Well, why are we in... But what's not the point of going into mines? We were looking for the dragon. Ugh.
Are
Well,
you for
they didn't
real
give
right
it-
now?
Shake my head in disappointment.
What did you expect the kobolds to do? To welcome you with open arms?
Maybe they're more hospitable than you are.
I certainly would doubt that. I don't eat people.
No, I've never seen a football eating one in my entire life.
Regardless, why are you giving away the element of surprise like that?
We weren't attacking them. You
We
all
certainly
thought-
weren't attacking them, but I can almost guarantee at some point they'll be attacking us now, in hordes of them. They're kobolds.
Do I hear an army of kobolds currently marching upon my position?
Not currently, but at the same time, like it's very still and quiet.
Do they have a cave
Picture-
troll?
Picture Mines of Moria just before Merry and Pippin accidentally drop a stone down the well.
Like just seconds before.
Yeah.
Like that quiet.
And then the couple of seconds after.
And then we hear drops.
But for the moment, you don't hear anything that sounds like an alarm or anything like that.
Ah,
Well, now that we've alerted an entire mountain range known as the Kobold Mountains about our presence, what's the next plan?
where are we going in?
Well, again, giving away the element of
think-
surprise may have changed that plan somewhat significantly.
They wouldn't have seen
I
us
think
walk
we should
across this
probably
rope
head
bridge.
out now.
I don't know.
We're
Did
going
they
in.
see
We're
you
going
before you called out to them?
Possibly.
They had not reacted.
Did
until
they
you called
react
out.
in any way to your presence?
Once I said something they did.
It just bolted. Yeah, they just bolted as far as she saw.
Look, they're just skittish.
Well, I'm sure they are skittish, but they'll be back in greater numbers.
I say we go deeper.
Well, which way are we going? Are we going across?
Well, what I would
believe
be
it's on
interested in
one
down the
doing
track.
is sort of repairing this. If we can push it along ahead of us, admittedly, it'll make a ton of noise. But it'll also test these bridges to make sure it'll support our weight as well. I can certainly imagine something that hasn't been or seen repair in the last at least 10 years certainly giving way on us. How sturdy did the bridge to the north look, Alan?
How sturdy did it look to me?
It looked well usable. It led over to kind of another ledged area on the far side of the cavern, spanning 50 feet above the track.
Yeah, looked usable enough.
I don't know. Maybe. Either way, kobolds are nocturnal. I think we should wait until the daytime to move.
Are we just camping outside the cave for the night?
I think so.
There's a couple of buildings there, like
We'll spend a while knocking our head against the cart, see if we can get it working.
Oh, like I said, it's not even something that
Sure.
takes a roll to do. It's just time. And Artis would also basically point out the same thing that Damokos did. That if we are to take a rest, I would highly suggest making use of the shelter that's provided.
Yeah.
And then yes, you guys would spend the evening fixing the cart and eating.
We're spending the
doing
evening
whatever.
fixing our car.
Does
Maybe playing some 52 pickup.
anyone here
Well,
know of
it's
an alarm spell or anything?
Nope. We've got nothing like that.
Artis
I
kind
do
of
not have one of those. No.
Artis kind of gives a little chuckle and says, "Ha! Some people they tend to forget the more conventional ways." As he takes a couple of the feet of rope that he took before, and a couple of scraps of iron fittings, and ties them on, and creates a very crude tripwire noise trap, and lays it kind of across the
It was going to be what I suggested.
Mouth
next for the
entrance.
record,
What?
but-
Hey man, he just
I
saw a
understand.
bunch of magic
Yeah.
users being like, "Grr, how do we do things without magic?" And then he's like, "Well, there's this great thing called rope."
Not magic.
So yeah, there would be something which would at least give you forewarning of something coming out of the cave mouth. Yeah. Basically, nothing's going to come out. If you guys want to roll perceptions to make yourselves feel better, you can, but nothing's going to come out. Yes. So you guys would end up waking in the morning,
I'm drawing a card.
surprisingly unattacked,
You're trying-
after Alan's
I'm
indiscretion
drawing a
last night.
card.
Like where?
Are you
Are
actually?
you around us all
I'm
when you're drawing a
drawing-
card? Are we all in a circle
I'm just
sleeping?
doing it.
And you're just
Yeah.
up at night staring at the cards. Like a
Yeah,
cold
no, in this house?
sweat beating.
Yes, I have to do it. I've lost so much.
The cards are there in the middle of the thing and you're just staring at them.
Oh, it's loving to give you it too.
To get something good. Like, I've drawn all the bad cards. There can't even be anything bad in here anymore. I've already rolled 16, I'm pretty certain.
That's the thing. The card disappears. The effect doesn't. You can redraw the same effect. You just can't redraw the same card.
So she has no more wealth anymore.
So, yeah, nothing
No,
happens?
She never rolled a
16 is different. Yeah,
It was
Oh, how
16.
did I roll
16 is a
16?
different one.
Mm,
And
oh yeah.
got to
5,000,
find it.
10,000 experience, please.
What was that? Lose 10,000 experience?
That's another one. You can
I
just
would
lose it.
So
Yeah.
the rest of the party watch
Oops.
Oh, God, I'm disappeared. I
as Alan disappears.
I think I just lost 10,000 experience, everybody.
Alan, you disappear and become entombed in a state of suspended animation in an extra-dimensional sphere. Everything you were wearing and carrying stays behind in the space you occupied when you disappeared. You remain imprisoned until you are found and removed from the sphere. You can't be located by any divination magic, but a wish spell can reveal the location of your prison. You draw no more cards.
Oh,
So all of their things are here.
All of her belongings and everything are there, yes.
Let's go take a shit.
the deck. taken all I've loved in life.
Ah.
Like a
So, who wants to draw another card? Since I assume the deck is still there.
Yes, the deck kind of clatters to the ground as one solid mass.
I would
deck is gonna
pick up and I would store the deck of cards.
Can I at least identify that now?
Feel free.
Yes, you would identify it and find out that it is a cursed deck of many things. The curse is, as I explained it last time, it does not work all of the time. It is being spliced in with a deck from another, which is our reality. It has a 50-50 chance of drawing a normal real-world playing card or a deck of many things card. There is 18 quote-unquote draws from the magic side of the deck left. It was one of the rarest things ever in the fact that it was also a complete deck of many things.
Wow.
You guys are gonna have to
And,
sleep.
and the
I'm
things,
going to call around for Ellen.
Do I hear them by some chance?
No.
I'm like,
Um,
I'm just like, on the other side of the wall or something. Oh, you guys found me.
as far as you are aware, anything that happens until they find you, it doesn't take time for you. They will find you half a second after you disappeared, as far as you are
I
concerned.
see.
They
Okay.
could all die and you would spend eternity in limbo. And it's not even limbo, it's just a pocket dimension essentially.
As if no time is passing, though. You wouldn't even know you're
Yes,
spending eternity there.
Yeah.
Which is probably the best kind of way to spend eternity, really.
Yeah.
Unaware of the passage of time.
Well, I lost everything.
Ellen? Ellen?
Graham.
Graham?
Riyadh. Riyadh, save me. You're my only hope.
Ellen?
Oh dear.
Okay, so that does kind of spanner in the
Throw
works
a
us
wrench
for
in
the
them
moment.
plans?
Yeah. So what do we want to do?
By all means, keep playing. Like, I don't mind listening and all that for the time.
Oh yeah, but like in the long run, do you want to roll another character? Does with the
I
bloody
don't.
search for Ullen, like I can work this into the story as another, story arc that find Ullen is the next mission before going to Omu, or we can, shrug our shoulders and go play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I don't know. We can
You
decide.
could re-roll a, you could roll up a kobold and he could be our friend in the place.
I mean,
you
yeah,
could talk
like,
with a
if
squeaky
that's-
voice.
You can do anything, like we can do anything from there, but I need to know what we wish to do, both in terms of today and in the future, with Ellen having been spirited away.
For today, I mean, keep going. Like, I mean, it'd be nice if I could see something, honestly, if you want to put my token back on. Just
Tell
for the
you what,
sake of being able to watch.
No, I will do.
Are you gonna give me, like, a
this.
Dragon Maid or something?
Yeah, if it allows me to, which it is currently not allowing me to.
I can't believe I rolled all the bad cards. Is there a even number of good and bad, or is there a lopsided number of bad?
I'm pretty sure it's lopsided towards being non-good for you.
You should tell me that.
if you, yeah,
Yes, please.
it looks pretty. It
The
looks
deck
pretty
took
bad. There's
everything
like
from
maybe
me.
one or two good things that can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you might have gotten one good
Yeah, so you
card.
got, like-
We just don't know what it is. The Queen
Oh.
of Diamonds with a 3 on it, which no one knows what it does.
Mm,
I'm reading over the base ones. They're all terrible.
Do you want
Look.
artist or dragon bait?
either. I don't. You can keep playing them, but I would just like to see what's going on.
No.
Because I don't want to like try to learn all their abilities and all that off the top
Well,
of my head.
They're probably very simple. They're NPCs.
They're both melee.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both melee.
Hit
They're
me
both
with
just-
dragon bait. Hit me with dragon bait.
Dragon bait. Okay, I just
Yeah.
gave you artist, but I will give you dragon
Because
bait.
I
That
think
You
move?
can
he
be
needs
both.
them.
You can be both of them.
Actually, I don't see any. I don't see them.
You
Like I don't have
Um,
vision.
Check in your sheets and stuff, or else I might need to delete them and bring them back.
I don't have like next. I don't have them.
They would
Next to
be
the other
hidden somewhere
characters.
else, probably.
Oh, I see. I'm named NPCs. I do see dragon bait, but like I don't have vision or anything.
Maybe I have.
You probably have to give
Yeah, that's
edit and the other permission as well.
I won't edit dragon bait.
That, and I need to actually give her vision because I
That
don't.
too.
I haven't bothered
'Cause you're
setting
right.
up the night vision because I can just see it anyway. So can you see now?
Are we in the same spot, like around here?
Yeah.
Over
should
here,
be
right
in
around
the-
I cannot see.
Okay.
You could just put my token back on.
Oh,
Oh.
that's why. Because I only put in player's journal. I don't put PB controlled
I'm
and
artist
edited by.
now. Oh, I can
Yes.
see.
There you go. You
Buddy.
can just be artist.
So I guess like all of her
Oh, well,
clothes are there in like a pile.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
her clothes
my-
are there
my
in the
clothes
pile.
not
All
there.
of her belongings.
Because I don't know. What did I even have? Like, I didn't have anything good at this
We're gonna
point.
poke it with a staff.
No.
like
Your staff
like Star
diagram.
Wars style. Darth Vader's poking
Your-
Obi-Wan. Robes.
Your quarterstaff is there, Grim. Links to the ground.
I see.
Your old quarterstaff. I kept it. I kept it all those years.
Does
I died.
anyone have any theories?
What would be like the artist voice? I don't know. Artists must be like, oh, wow. You know. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I don't know how she made it this spot.
Yeah.
Well,
Where did you find that one?
we just sort of found her, honestly. I guess. I mean, what, does she like have any belongings or anything?
I mean, like, what would fly to the ground? Some leather armor, a pair of clothing, a backpack, crowbar, a hammer, a couple like pittons for like climbing, a few torches, a tinder box,
Crowbar.
a couple rations.
Dibs on that
Something you could throw
crowbar.
up. Some rope, a water skin, a components pouch because you know, 2 daggers, 2 other things, my wooden sticks that I used as the tent, and Grim's quarterstaff. Oh, and the deck of mini things.
There's nothing saying like
And-
I'm a bad evil person.
Oh,
That was in a ledger. That's now gone.
that got
Yeah.
just wiped from the face of the
Oh.
earth. All my worldly
It's a
secrets. My entire like.
Mm. You can't even figure out like any of that, like who she was or anything, because her code book disappeared just earlier.
Also,
So like
my
her journal and everything.
yeah, though my tomb,
Your warlock tomb would just be unintelligible scrawlings to anyone
Or
else.
what?
She even got disappeared here. That's sad.
Oh,
the deck of many things actually killed me in real life. Like
I
crashed
was
into-
just
So
I was
heard
just saying that,
like that.
yeah, the tomb, your warlock tomb would if they looked through it, it
Sure,
would just
no.
be unintelligible
But I would
garbled
probably
mess.
grab
Even
that.
another warlock couldn't really read it.
Sure. I can always technically make new ones if I ever came back, so.
No, I'm sure it's in the name of giving it back to you should they rescue
Yeah.
you.
Sure,
I don't
sure,
see
but I'm just
Riot
saying.
as wanting to keep the evil wizard's fucking spellbook.
Well, you probably wouldn't like it, Rion, because it would be very like warped, sort of like the bees and all that you're scared of, and those flying spiders.
I'm not
It would have like remains of like
studying
flying
it.
spiders on it or something. Like
I'm
that.
also literally carrying the evil necromancer's book too.
Oh, I see. You
Not
are
necessarily
a evil
evil. Well, I've no idea where she's gone, but something, a gut feeling tells me I'm not going to find her within the next 50 feet or so. I think she would want us to continue on as we were doing.
She'd want us to pretend like nothing happened. Well, if they are
This
interested
deck
in,
of cards, it's a deck of many things.
It is a deck
of
of...
course, I speak as
And
artist
there's
now,
many
mind
things.
you.
There's so many things said about this exact item right here. Anything could happen. There's a
Anything could
chance that
happen.
what happened is she never existed at all now.
If she didn't exist at all, surely we wouldn't know about her still. So us knowing about her, would artists know that? Because technically, when you disappear,
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah. If it was you get removed from reality or anything like that, then her belongings wouldn't have remained behind either,
Yeah.
because she wouldn't have bought them to you guys essentially. Because she wouldn't have existed. Her pact would have never been made or anything.
Yeah.
But her tomb is still there. Her belongings are still there. She disappeared. She is just floating naked in some extra dimensional space, as far as players know. Characters don't even know that.
But if we were to even begin looking for where we are, might be the best start. Because if she's not here, then she could be anywhere.
I suppose you're right. Maybe she was just teleported deeper into the mountains.
It just teleports you 60 feet in a random direction. She lucked out and got into the cavern
Yeah.
and fell 250 feet to her death.
Oh no!
But yes, the morning would come by and you would all wake up still a bit disturbed at the night's events from before.
Gosh, it's so dark. I can't see anything all of a sudden. Do we all leave me in the state of
Because Grim's got the light. Welcome
I
to
know
being,
he's standing out.
welcome to being a human with no night
Outside.
vision.
Covered.
He
She told
walked
the
down and it just got so dark.
They told the kobolds we were here and then just disappeared.
Makes me wonder if she was in league with them.
I'll
If
probably
she was the dragon.
But the cart would have been fixed at some point the night before, I would imagine, before you guys bedded down, so you would be ready to push or ride
So
that
does it
how
make
you wish.
noise as it gets pushed or anything like that, or is it relatively quiet
it's
since
a
it's
minecart.
oiled
It's-
and freshly repaired?
It's a reasonable amount of noise. Like, there's no point rolling a stealth roll, but it's not like it's screeching and going to wake up something at the bottom of the cavern either.
Okay.
Like, it'd just be the metal on metal rolling noise and the odd, thump as it kind of wiggles off the track in a warped part or anything like that.
Well, again, my idea with this is to push it ahead of us, with the hopes that if there's a piece of the track that won't hold us, well, it'll collapse under the cart as well. Thoughts?
It could also
Would there be enough
potentially.
space to jump in?
Yep. You could all
We could
even
all
with
snuggle in there.
even with Ullen having been if Ellen had been with you guys could have tightly packed yourself in there. But without her here, you know, there's a little bit of elbow room. The brake worker isn't, you know, kind of having to elbow someone to yank the brake back or anything like that. So riding in it is a full possibility, yes.
If we're not all riding it, why did we even fix it? I don't think that's an artisty thing to say, though.
That does not sound
I
like
mean,
an
I
artist.
know Riot wants to use it as a tester, but I'm
Out of
definitely going to
character,
sit
though.
in it.
If we're
Damocles
given
is
the
gonna be
chance to all
lazy.
ride it, why do we not?
I mean, I am not, say, pushing Damocles in the cards.
He can put his hands up like, wee.
Like, he can grab my old quarterstaff and sort of, you know, gondola himself down, but I'm not pushing it.
Is
Well-
that a possibility?
That is a possibility, but judging by the slope, like you're kind of on a flat land here, but you feel once you hit this one area, the slope is going to, if you're kind of pushing it yourself, it's less pushing it, more making sure it doesn't go flying off by itself.
So, like, over here it starts to go down or something.
Yeah, well, this whole cart spirals down to the bottom of the mine, 250 feet down.
Well, that's what the brake's for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old
It would
ancient
certainly be
brakes.
faster.
Oh, did we not
The old
repair
ancient
the
brake-
brakes as part of the...
Oh no, you've repaired them, but you know you've basically greased and oiled and made sure everything's sitting right and everything. You haven't brand new forged a brand new brake or anything like that. It's still an old, shitty one. You still feel if there's too much stress put on it, or if it was too well used, there's still a chance it could full well snap. But you're confident you'd be able to use it at least a couple of times.
If we send, well, Damocles, is Damocles actually sitting in it right now, out of curiosity?
Currently is, yeah. Like I said, it's on flat ground where it is here. You guys would have to push or gondola it
Yeah,
to
I didn't know
about
if he's
where the
actually
wood
sitting in it.
starts.
We would potentially want someone in the cart if we're actually planning to send it down without it flying off the tracks and possibly destroying the track along the way.
I mean, tying the ropes and stuff onto it and, guiding it down, you feel is a feasible option, but it would be
We could
hard
walk
work.
it down.
Yeah, you guys would be walking down and it wouldn't exactly be an easy time, and if you slipped or anything like that, there's every chance that the cart just spirals off by itself anyway.
I say we leave the cart then, for now.
I'll just follow it.
So, looking at this, does this look like this is a path that spirals around the center of this?
Nope.
No. Okay.
It goes. You
Wasn't sure,
wouldn't be able
so
to
you can
see it from
kinda
here,
see.
but you can see. Yeah, it's on even flat here. It spans across. You won't be able to see it, but over on the other side of the cavern, there's another raised flat bit above, like the minecart track goes under the bridge. So once you get to here, you'll see what I mean.
Sure. How does this look?
Solid. There's a couple of planks that have either broken away or been worn away or something. Sorry. But it looks solid and doesn't collapse as you're walking on it.
Okay.
There is, probably slight dampness to it, and or not necessarily dampness, but like old mold, dried. It's been wet at some point, but then obviously over time, or because maybe, the volcano and dragon and everything has been dried at some point.
Sure.
And you would be crossing the mine over as the cave opens up into an enormous 250-foot deep pit. There's a stout stone column here in the center, which goes right down to the bottom. You can see another bridge or two lower beneath you, leading to the bottom as well.
Anyone know feather fall?
I know fly.
I believe he knows enough to make all of us fly if we wish to go straight to the bottom.
Well, that's not necessarily what I was thinking of, but I was thinking worst comes to worst, someone starts to fall. We should probably, for those of us who do not fly or do not feel confident in their ability to cast fly as they are falling, probably tie a rope around one member to another member.
And give me perception rolls.
Anyone in particular?
Oh, that's well good enough. Riod, you would hear kind of hissing coming from the other side of the bridge.
I didn't
Like
see
on
if
the
you
other
could
side of
ping,
the
but
slope.
from like here, yeah.
Like behind the pillar?
Yeah, from over there. Yeah.
Like
over
from an
where you're coming
animal
from.
or from like.
If you
Much
were
like
to hazard
hobos.
Yeah.
the guess, yeah, if you were to hazard a guess, it sounds like some kind of language. I don't think anyone speaks Draconian, but it is Draconian or Draconic.
No, I think Namiko speaks Infernal, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's not.
Does
Common, Elvish, Goblin, and Infernal.
I think there are kobolds on the other side of the pillar.
It sounds a bit further than on the other side of the pillar. You would guess the landing once you
Further
came
down the
around. If you
landing.
like peek your head.
They very likely see the light, and so very obviously know we are coming.
Yeah.
Should we continue or try to go around using the other?
The other definitely seems a
gonna
lot more
be
wide
The
completely
open.
honest
minecart
with you.
might be sturdier.
This seems like the safest way to
Um,
me.
This
I
seems
don't know if I trust that guy.
I'm not
And-
saying going down the cart. We can walk down.
Yes.
Ah,
I
that
think
might be a good idea.
path along the wall. It seems more anchored than a bridge that could give way at any moment.
I think I agree.
And if we're on a fight, I don't think we can really move past each other.
Well, you can.
Well, it's like a 1-by-1, right?
But you can move through your own allies. You just
Yeah,
can't.
you can move
push
through
them.
your own allies.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if we're
it's
fighting
not
an enemy, I
huge.
don't think we can phase through them.
No.
And as for Dragonbait, he's wherever Arthas
Sure.
is. So
Sure.
if something happens, I'll just drag him to you
I'm
guys.
sticking next to Rion because he's got the light. So.
He's got the light.
And you have torches.
So
You want me to keep going or stop?
stop there. Because whilst they had not seen you on the other side of the pillar,
Mhm.
because they were still walking up some stairs, you now see at the ledge above, or those of you who can see
I
them,
cannot.
would see at the ledge above here. Oh, actually, yeah. Can anyone see them?
I
see
can
someone.
see them.
Yeah. So I would assume that you would warn people so that this isn't surprise attacks.
Yes, they're approaching from across the bridge,
Riod,
right?
you would, yes. Not from across the bridge. They are slinging stones at you guys from up there. And they are both at
Okay.
Riod, and then we will pull up the initiative.
One of those is a hit.
I believe I can roll initiative for.
You
archers.
should.
You should be able to. Just bring up his sheet,
Oh, yeah,
and it
that's
has a
Stuff looks
separate.
different.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look different.
For.
You rolled a 9 at first.
I like the. I was like, get down, Riod. And that's why I'm so slow. I'm like, sort of like pushing out of the way.
That's not what happened at all. I got shot. I got hit. Ugh.
The pebbles, they're coming down.
Ooh.
That's the thing. Me think Rion get down. That's how you know to dodge
I like it.
with your high.
Mm.
I forgot to select my token, but I changed my initiative back to the 4.
I need to change out my level 2 spells for when we get into a fight like this. Oh god, that's a lot of kobolds.
That's a
That is a
lot
lot
of
of kobolds.
kobolds.
Okay,
They're not a cave troll.
so ones that you cannot see are moving currently. Just check their speed.
I mean, to be fair, they are kobolds, but you know.
What are they gonna do? Sling a couple
What are
rocks
they
at
gonna
us?
do? Roll 21 and 23?
Riod, your turn.
Alright, we're gonna shillelagh, then we're gonna...
Keeping in mind that they are roughly 50 feet above you currently.
Okay. Then I'm going to... bees at level 3.
Level 3 bees.
Chuck them where you wish. Roll their initiative and I will slap them through. Yeah. Oh, can you actually see them?
Yep,
Yeah,
I can see there.
Them.
I can't see past that. I have, like, half vision there.
Yep. Give me a second.
All the bees.
Because as your bee appears in the room, these would appear. Oh, need to go back to the right layer.
Oh.
Did you roll all your
Yep,
bees?
they're rolled.
That one can take its turn now.
Mm,
So the first
sure,
one,
it'll
and then it'll be the rest of your turn.
attack whatever it is in front of it, miss terribly, and I'm done.
Yep. To that. And
You're welcome.
then this one's turn. He will. Did that ping there?
Yes.
Yes, it did. In which case, I will roll 1d8, which is a 7.
I'll be right back as well. Refill my drink.
And apparently, he summons a skunk in a cage. So that's
Skunk in a
useful up
cage?
here.
Kobold release a skunk into an unoccupied space.
Um,
Release the
AC
skunk.
1 hit point.
he is, yeah.
Release the skunks.
It's basically a non-combatant, quite honestly, because you guys are nowhere near to affect. So, like, it's going to spend its entirety just marching over this bridge to come up behind you guys. So, like, don't worry about the skunk.
In 10 minutes, the skunk will arrive.
But he will finish his turn by running ahead of said skunk, and then the second one will also do the same.
The skunk's ineffective. We gotta get moving.
Rolls another 7. And he would, yes, throw a, I will just ping it, basket of centipedes
Oh my gosh.
at Grim.
Mask of centipede.
which is a swarm of bugs. Where is that? Swarm of insects. Which also get to roll initiative. And then Scobold. Will come there. This one. Follow. Spectre will attack the bee, so we will wait for Grim to get back.
He's getting hit by the basket of centipedes with initiative.
Actually, I'll
3.
just do both of these. And he
Light
can
drain,
deal with
light
that when he gets
drain.
back. And then this kobold comes running up there too. And yes, now we have to wait for Grim, because he's got 2 attacks to deal with and his bee's turn, or wasp.
Really taking some time to refill that water.
Hey. Water.
That way it easy water break time. Seeing as
Yes,
Grim's gone.
if anyone else wants to quickly run off and refill drinks, might as
I've
well
got
do it
water
now.
still, so I'm good.
We can make
I'll
Grim wait.
quickly depart for a sec. We
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, good. Both of those
Throwing
attacks that I've
basket
just
centipedes
posted
at you.
are that,
Mhm.
and you have had a basket of centipedes thrown at you, which is a swarm of insects.
Oh no.
Also, they released a skunk if you scrolled a bit more.
Yeah, but the skunk doesn't do much because it's like completely useless.
They released it on like the 100 feet above us, so it's gonna like walk around the whole mines to come reach us. But when it does, Grim, it's all going
So
downhill.
this first bee took all that?
Yeah.
Goodbye, bee.
Bobby,
Goodbye, bee.
why we don't just summon random things?
I mean, it's better than me getting hit unknown.
That's true. I'm just going to move your bee down here for now
Sure.
because no,
Oh.
no, that bee can stay there. The spectre would have moved up.
I
after it made its
gotcha, I
attack.
gotcha. Alright, well this will attack the specter.
Yep. That is a hit.
You're up
Immune
there.
Poison.
Technically it's not poison,
Oh,
but
wait, no,
it's
yeah,
probably
it's not a
immune to
poison.
prone anyway.
Yes, it is. So just 10 damage.
Oh my gosh, this soda just poured taste awful.
Is it Pepsi by some chance?
Hey,
Fine.
don't diss Pepsi
And-
like that. I'm
will.
drinking Pepsi.
Pepsi's
Against that
lame.
same bee that just attacked.
Okay, back.
It's still alive. It is on
important thing.
1. Oh, excuse me, and a Constitution save.
Yeah. To see if it has 1 permanent max HP. Yeah, it saves though. This kobold will 10, 20. And wait there. This
Are
kobold,
these on the same level as me?
20. Yes, that one just down there is on the same level
I
as you.
see.
This one.
Mhm.
They're kind of spilling out of this cave mouth
Yes.
here. Nizu, your turn.
Okay. And I yell it to Riyadh. Does that cave up there actually go up?
Sure looks like it.
Hmm. Noted.
Not 50 feet, though, is what you can tell. Just by
Not all the
looking
way.
Yeah.
Like I've got him covered in centipedes right now.
And sorry, I will just quickly roll Dragon Bait.
Yeah.
I forgot to do it.
There's the undead in here.
He will be right next to Artis. And he will roll his initiative. Which, of course, it's super high. He will just have spent the turn forgetting to have his turn.
Fair.
Almost my turn, speaking of forgetting to have a turn.
Quick look at your.
Okay, I'll stop here. I'll drop my bag off, because I didn't expect us to be in combat this quickly.
You know, drop your bag in 5e.
Yeah, you can keep it on, unless you're like...
Like overweight.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that I be.
Oh.
Oh, really? You're... Oh,
Yep,
well,
my default state is always over encumbered with my bags.
oh, well, we should have known that, considering that's extra points of exhaustion.
Wait, I thought we brought this up the last time with the mining fight.
I don't know.
Can't remember, did we? Like, yeah, the moving through normally is okay and everything, but you guys have, for the most part, been going through jungles and, you know, areas that test your metal in general. Like, you guys are constantly at the point of gaining an exhaustion and losing it with every long rest. That's why you have to rest at night.
No.
Basically what it means is that while everyone else has been gaining 1, losing 1 every day, you should have been gaining 2, losing 1 every day.
Ah.
I thought, yeah, I didn't know you were like over encumbered to the point of even just moving around you're encumbered. I thought you were meaning like you just had really bulky items and stuff like that.
Well, what I'm currently having is 90 pounds, and my encumbrance threshold is 70.
Oh yeah. So you should have been gaining 2, losing 1, but we
No,
will
it's
worry
next
about
time.
that. And yeah, we'll worry about when we leave the mines here. We will discuss how to go forward. Because
Noted.
Grim has a handy haversack.
Mhm. I think it's pretty
Amber
full at
sack.
this point, but I'd have to check.
It probably is, yes. But yes, it is the rest of your turn, Nizu, if you have attacks or anything.
Then I move here. I believe I have 15. Yes. There. And I think I can attack a swarm, even though I don't really remember the swarm rules.
It's basically just a creature. It has damage resistance to bludgeon, piercing, and slashing, so unless you have a magic weapon, it takes half damage from them.
I will use my fist, which is a magical weapon.
Because you're a monk, yeah.
Use my magical fist.
So that's a solid hit. Yep.
And then I'll use my bonus action to once again hit the thing with my fist.
Another hit. Good hit, and the actual size of the swarm definitely seems a lot smaller now. Cough, cough. It's under half HP. And is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Damakos.
The swarm is Ickard.
Um, I will.
Attack the ones up above.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot off a couple of spells. We're gonna sort of move. No, I won't move. I'm gonna shoot off a firebolt at this one.
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna twin the spell and shoot the second one at that one.
Yep, that's fine. So first for the inventor, second for the other. 2 hits.
Yes.
And yeah, that would kill both of them. And is that your turn?
No, now I will move. I'll move forward. Move up there. That's. I'm not sure how much of that is. Yeah, I'll move up to the group. And that's my turn.
Artis's turn.
It's my turn. All right. So I'm all the way back here.
Yep.
I assume I can move 30 feet.
Yes.
15, 20. Does artist? Do I have a ranged attack?
Should do. Open up the sheet.
Let me look at the sheet.
Yes, here's a longbow.
The sheet.
Also,
okay.
I will tell you just now, I'm sorry to be an asshole about it, but he would not use the Ring of Winter unless like someone's life is in danger.
Sure.
So
Sure, I
don't
wasn't
think
even
he
reading
would
it.
just don't think he'd just use it for the sake of using it.
I think I'm gonna use this for
These
safety.
kobolds are killing us.
It's not only about the ring of winter.
I'm gonna summon a blizzard in a confined area. Remember how that went from the Shifting City guys?
Yep. So I shoot with the longbow. So what is that?
Just
Attack
click the
plus
longbow.
5. Oh,
Yeah,
I can
just
click that?
yeah.
Oh my god! So good.
And what were you shooting?
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh.
Okay, let me move up to like here first. Okay, I can
Yeah.
I can barely make out this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. And yes, that would hit him and I mean do the damage unless it's a bad roll. Yeah, no, it kills him. There. Wasp's turn.
It's just gonna pile on.
Oh wait, no. She can make one more attack. Here's multi-attack.
Oh,
I don't know if we can.
Not
I can like
just with melee.
barely. I assume this is too high for me to shoot with a longbow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll
yeah.
shoot this insect swarm then. Longbow. Wait, that's the wrong thing. I clicked damage. I am full screen shoot. Okay, longbow.
That's it.
And bam!
9.
I individually shot every single centipede on Grim.
That would just kill it because 9 halved is 4.5 rounded up for the player's benefit. So that would kill the swarm as you kind of pin the last few of them or pin a last few and then the rest kind of scatter apart.
You.
And now it's Wasp's turn.
It's with advantage. Pack tactics.
Yes, that is a hit on which one?
This thing that they're fighting, which I don't know what is.
Well, there's 3 of them up there.
I can see one.
Your B would be
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
inform you that there's 3 in there with you, with it. Insect swarm's dead, and we're back to the start of the turn order.
Man, remember when Ellen disappeared from our dimension?
Yeah. Literally just
This
disappeared.
one
Ooh.
would be aimed at you, Demikos. and then he would move back away from the edge so he can't get shot back. And then Wasp's turn.
It's metagaming.
Nezu wanted to fight intelligent creatures. Let's fight some intelligent creatures.
17?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
That is a hit. I assume against the same one. You're just trying to
Yep.
whittle it down. Yep, it's still standing. Your turn directly.
So here's the problem. The problem is that if I go up here to help my bees and to see more, nobody will be able to see anything.
Oh, just Artis. And Dragonbait, I guess.
Yeah.
Can't see anything if you leave, Leon. I didn't light a torch for some reason.
Hang on, why did that... Sorry, I just... Because, again, Dragonbait didn't get a turn, but it's not like he can do much, so he just moves up.
Right.
And now, yeah. Sitting like a turn.
Look, I guess we'll go ahead and target that one. And we'll...
Yep, that's a hit. And that would kill it. As it would give one final little wail and disappear from sight.
But then I guess
And that
I'll
should-
move forward.
Okay.
Okay. And my mental command to my bees is to keep on fighting.
Keep on fighting. So this one will step up to the ledge. Use his weapon invention. And this time, because I can, and I'm going to be an asshole so we don't get another skunk.
I want all the skunks.
Aimed at Nezu. Because he's right in the middle of a nice big group of them. We'll chuck this at you with disadvantage. Actually, would it be you or Damocles? Either of you, so yeah, he would go for you.
Green
I am back. Did I get targeted at all?
So it would
Ha!
miss with that, but so slash R1D.
Could this work against this?
And no, you did not, Damocles.
Oh, deflect missile.
Well, it didn't hit. It missed anyway.
He gets to throw it back.
What?
Well, I mean, technically the damage is 0.
No, but the green slime would not be on the sheets, of course. Why would it be? Unless it's under slime. Better be under slime. Of course it's not. But the green slime is on the tile directly to Nezu's north.
Okay.
So that one. So yeah, there is a green slime on that.
Is that a green slime?
There we go. That's our slime.
I like him.
Because it's not like it moves.
He just sits there intimidatingly for the rest of his existence.
Pretty much. And then he will step back and pull down the corridor. This one is dead. Bring us to Spectre's turn, which is dead. Bring us to one live kobold who will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then dash 30. That one's one's dead. This is a attack against your northmost bee.
It's a miss.
This one will come out. Take a slingshot at you, Riod, because you're directly
It's
underneath
a
it.
miss.
And then pull back. Oh, wait, no, not that far. He would be able to get to there. Spectre. Another hit.
18's a hit.
Is
Yep.
it?
And
And then Bay Wasp's turn if it's alive.
then it is still alive. With 2. And you know, again, I can't see, but it'll move to the closest and attack.
Mm-hmm. Which would hit. And a 7. And this kobold, once again, sling on Riod.
No, it's a
Pull
hit.
back. This one would 10, 20, 30. He's not on the bridge, he's under it next to you, Grim.
Okay.
And
That's a hit.
attack against you. Nezu.
But I will pop my reaction as well to.
That's fine. He almost instantaneously, as his knife kind of like sinks into you and then your bees kind of transfer onto its arm, he instantly starts looking like he's regretted his life decisions till this point.
Ah. Okay, and this bridge is at level with Friard enough to be climbed on?
No.
It's
No.
50 feet above you guys.
You would have to go
Hey.
back around, like run around to get onto the same level. And it might not be a terrible idea for you, but you would be kind of alone by yourself up there.
Hmm.
Yeah, this kobold here that's trading with Riod is under the bridge.
Oh,
All
okay.
that. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So that makes a lot more sense.
No, if it was on the bridge, it wouldn't have been melee attacking him.
Through the ability of map hacks, we can see that there's like a tunnel that leads up. And it looks like it's leading to the right, but either like this or this passage probably lead up to it.
One sec, gotta look up a roll for something.
You're
Looking
gonna
exhausted.
climb the 50 feet.
No. I was wondering about pushing. I think that's a combat move, isn't it?
Oh God, are you
Yeah.
betraying me?
Goodbye, Rion.
I was thinking more pushing the kobold, but sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you push Riod or the kobold, they'd go into the pit.
I don't want you to give it an idea. I'd rather you just kill it.
Yeah. So use a melee attack action, and if it hits, it gets pushed instead. I'm just looking up the direct ruling.
I'm trying to find the rules for it.
Shoving creature. Using the attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either to knock it prone or push it away from you. If you're able to make multiple attacks with each action, this attack replaces one of them. The target must be no more than one size larger than you and must be within your reach. Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength check contested by the target's strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics check.
Noted. Strength roll.
Well, he gets to make his choice for defense, so he will take
Ooh.
dex. But he fails anyway,
Wow.
as you yeet him into the abyss. And you can kind of hear a draconic kind of wailing as he travels down, and then probably right at the start of the next turn round, you would hear that wail cut short all of a sudden.
Newt.
So like
and then-
it falls for a good 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Then I
Like
continue my
Nezu-
move.
Yeah.
So are we gonna go there?
There's those are both dead. Is that as far as your movement allows?
Yep, I was just going to my movement.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe we can break up movement.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yep,
then
then good.
Artis's turn. Artis.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you say my name. I'm not used to artists being like.
Your character?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
I can't shoot up there, correct? It's too much of a ledge.
If they were on
The edge,
this
but they're
ledge
not.
line here, yeah,
So what does
they're
this little
kind of.
slime thing do?
It's
We
sitting
don't
there.
actually
It's
know.
a green slime. Artis would know what
Oh,
a green
fair
slime
enough.
does. It
I know
sits
what
there,
that green slime does.
sits there and secretes acid on anything that it comes into contact with. Usually, it forms on roofs and will drop down on creatures, but this one was thrown in a jar and smashed on the ground, so it's kind of lost its surprise attack function.
Go ahead and jump
All right.
it.
Well, I guess I'll run down over here with the cave and do nothing because I really can't see anything. So.
Oh, like
28.
it's
Oh,
such a
this guy.
small
This
amount
guy
that
here.
I would just consider it a no. That's a dead one. He fell to
Oh.
the bottom of the cliff. I would just consider it rough terrain or uneven terrain if you wanted to
I'll
cross
just
it.
run over here. Actually, maybe I'll dash for my turn so I can get a little ahead. Up to here. I can't see it in the cave, but I'll be like, get up in position.
It's a cave.
It's a cave, everyone, get down.
Damakos's turn.
So no shooting up.
You could if they are on the edgemost of the cliff or on the bridge, but there's nothing on the bridge currently. They're kind of ducking backwards and forwards
You'd have to
from the cover
hold
of
an
the
action.
cliff edge. Yeah, if you hold an action for the next time something's on that cliff face, I would allow it, obviously.
I don't know if I'll do that.
But they're definitely being shitbags about it.
I'll take my movement and hold a firebolt for the next one that comes out.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll move over here.
And then,
Wasp's turn.
just attack.
Wasps.
Move to the closest and attack. Which, again, I can't see, so.
It's already sitting right next to one. That's a hit. And good damage. And as we come into the start of the new turn, this is joyous and amazing and so very cool. Things happen and stuff and
I don't believe
things.
Stuff and things.
Some stuff is happening.
Interesting stuffs. Many things.
Oh gosh, he's rolling initiative.
Neither stuff
Yeah.
nor things happen.
As more things jump into initiative.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
Well, I mean, somebody sort of warned these things we were around.
Oh yeah, then they disappeared. Like
Don't talk ill
they
of the
were the
dead.
leader.
Make your reaction or your attack roll. Or fireball.
Oh, did one walk up to the edge?
Yes, he is
Okay.
doing what they do.
Pew pew.
And that kills him. He kind of just like pokes his head up over just to be met by your fireball or fire blast to his face. And he gets a little bit singed. Bring us to Wasp Boys.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a hit. Sorry.
Sorry.
Just muted quickly. And your turn.
Gosh, do we think they're this way or are they this way?
I honestly was thinking about heading up this way, but since everyone walked off this way, I generally thought the general consensus would just go this way.
Are there any rocks or anything near my feet?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up a rock. I'm going to cast light on it, and I'm going to toss it over in this direction.
Okay. What's your strength?
10.
5. So just baseline. Yep. So you would be able to get it literally into the mouth.
Sure.
Right in front of Nezu and Artis. Give me a second.
If you want to just make one of them emit light, then, you know, it works for me as well.
Nah, I can use this token here. And so it's 20 and 20, eh?
What's that?
The light radius is
20
20
and 20.
and 20. Yep. But I need to check something else quickly, because that is a thing that happens.
Sorry.
Nizu, you would see string across the doorway just in front of the kobold's corpse a thin wire.
A thin wire.
About just above ankle height, not quite center of shins. I mean, for a human, for you, it's closer to top of your shins.
Gotcha. I see a wire. I assume right around here-ish, right?
A bit closer than that. The square, basically, that the kobold is on. It's just
Gotcha.
and the kobold is also your guys' light source.
So we're gonna be carrying a kobold around.
Well, no, it's
That
the
seems more
rock.
right.
It's the rock.
It's a rock, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying the token.
And then I'm going to move 5, 10. Can I move diagonal this here, or is this keeping me from doing so?
God, we just stepped on the acid thing. We're gonna die.
You know what? I'm gonna
Oh.
stop it right there.
I feel bad for going off this way. I don't want to leave Riot alone to die.
Riyadh went his own way.
Dragonbait can come with me.
Anything happening? Yeah.
And Dragonbait's come with me.
Come with you. Because he kind of needs the light as well. But that's your turn.
That's it.
This kobold is dead. Dragonbait will 5, 15, 20, 25, 30 ahead of you. This boy will come down this way and sit in there and ready an attack. This kobold is where? Yeah, must be the one that got kicked. 2 Spectre attacks, 1 for each B. That's top B,
Top B hits.
bottom B.
Oh, yeah, top B just dies.
So they both
no, wait. Bottom B just dies because the top missed. Excuse me.
Yeah. And, sorry. We'll come up to here. A solid hit
On who?
on you.
On me.
8 damage as this rock just pelts its way into the back of your head from above.
Okay, wait.
Shit from him, Spoony.
Oh, yes, you can do that.
Yes.
So 1d10.
Tell him you're no punk ass.
I actually think even if I rolled a 1, that would have still not worked. I don't think.
Oh, it did work, didn't it?
August, and so yeah, you can catch it, and if you want to use a Q point,
Yeah, I'll
throw
use
it
a key
back.
point. I'll throw.
And I will have it that you do it before it pulls back, obviously, because it's kind of like in the same second everything happens. So it kind of
Okay.
flicks the sling off, and then goes to pull back as the rock's coming back at it. So make your ranged attack.
I think it would basically just be the same as my unarmed attack. Because it's a
D3.
monk weapon.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, that's terrible.
And that misses, yes.
Okay.
You sent a
As it
message,
kind of-
and that was the important thing.
Yeah, it kind of ricochets off of one of the posts on the bridge and goes flicking off almost towards behind Riod near the slime and stuff. Just
But I have
ricochets wildly.
no more reactions.
And then that wasp is dead. Bring this to... Wait. Bring your... Take that damage from the bee back. Sorry. The spectre would have actually moved up here and attacked. So where was the last? There. So it would have actually been Dragonbait that took that life drain before. So he gets minus 13, and then it is a DC 10 con save, which he fails. So his maximum gets reduced as well until it finishes a long rest. Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, you know.
Then this attack is against that same bee that died
Okay.
just before. So it might be
That one
same.
does miss.
The spectre would come up, do the same against
Oh god, there's a lot of them.
Dragonbait, get another hit,
Yeah. Sounds like I'm fun over there.
and succeed this time. This kobold is alive, so it will pull up, send off a rock, and pull back. And that's it. You again, Mizu.
Yep, I have no reaction, so I'll just take that.
And then it's your turn.
I will try to defuse that trap or tripwire. I see. So I hand, I believe.
Yep. Well, give me a second. It doesn't actually give a DC in the description for disarming it, so I'm going to work off of the same DC for spotting it, so that falls one short.
Ooh. So I set it off. I take it. I set.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I probably should have just ran through this.
As this giant claw shoots up out of the ground, scooping you into the cave and doing 4 damage.
4
You
damage.
get kind of cut off into the cave by this thing.
Does the claw come up and block this area off?
Yes.
Oh man, we can't even go in there.
Okay, and I think. How strong does this claw look?
It's made of wood. Reasonably sturdy, but you feel like a good blow or two would probably break it apart easy enough.
Okay, so I use my main action to try to disarm the trap. So I will use my bonus action. I will. I think I'll use a key point and do a flurry blows.
Mm-hmm. They both hit. Okay. It is definitely a couple of parts have started breaking off, but it's not like passable yet. But with that, we will go to Damocos's turn.
Would I at all hear that there's a struggle going on over there, or would I just?
I would also, I would also assume that you would have gotten back up because the claw would have knocked you prone as well.
Yep, I didn't use any movement. That turns out what makes it.
So unless you want to push further by yourself, it will be Damocos's turn.
And the ghost go.
Would I know that there's any struggle going on over here, or would I just know of the thing going on over here?
Over with Riod and Dragonbait?
Yeah. I tried to ping, but it didn't.
You know that Riod's gone down there. You know that he summoned his bees up there and then went down there. So you would probably guess that there would be something going on over there, yes.
I think we
Like
got
you've seen
this. It'll
Dragonbait.
just take us a while.
Yeah, that's another thing. You can talk to each other in combat and stuff. Like,
Yeah, well,
talking
if
is
you
an
guys-
action.
if you guys have that way, then I'll see if I can't break this down, and we'll check out this way.
If we get in trouble, we'll scream as we die. Oh God, I'm
That sounds like a
dying.
very good plan. And then I'll tell Nezu to duck.
Can I duck?
As I do that, I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at the door.
Mm-hmm. You now have a flaming claw.
It'll slowly burn down.
Seems to be very well made together driftwood, so like it did ignite very easily and it'll probably burn away pretty quickly, but in terms of combat, like, it's not that quick. But if that is all you're going to do, then Artis, unless you wish to move.
I mean, problem is this claw is blocking the way, correct?
I mean, the way into where Nezu is and what you guys have thought is possibly the way back up to here. But I mean, there's
Sure,
still
but-
all this way down here, and
Like to
Yeah.
the south?
yeah.
Well, the south is sort
One
of
did
loops
run
around.
down to the south, we think, right?
I mean, I don't have a light. So...
You do have a
No, I
light. I
definitely
chucked you a
saw-
light. You just got to pick up the light.
I definitely
pick up
saw
the-
one run down there earlier.
Do you want me to pick up the kobold corpse and
It's
run
just a
for it?
rock. He's using the corpses for the token, but it's just
I
a
pick
rock.
up
Yeah.
the kobold corpse and I run down here.
Oh my god.
I like to think the rock landed
Oh,
on
God,
top of
there
the
it-
kobold corpse.
It is not there. It's just I'm holding tokens down here.
I see. Well, then I'll just ready along with attack in case anything comes out, so I don't wander too far off.
That is fine. Feywild's turn.
Are they still up next to one, like over here? Okay.
Yep. There's still 2 specters in
Oh
there.
god, there are a lot of specters.
6 of them between 2 rooms. Once one room's activated, the second one comes in 2 rounds
Fair
later.
enough.
And that is a hit. Doesn't kill it though. Bring us to this kobold's turn, who is a dead kobold. Bring us to a dead Feywild's turn. Bring us to Riod's turn.
No, that Feywild was alive.
This one?
This one.
Yeah, that's...
That-
Oh, when
Who
I
is it
hovered
like?
over it... Sorry, reroll its initiative
It
and
was like
set it to...
20,
I'll
yeah.
set it to 21. Yeah, when I hovered
Oh,
over
roll 20
it,
again.
it said it was this
Oh.
one. Yes, so it is that Feywild's turn.
Well, it attacked the one it's been beaten on.
Yeah, that's another hit. And for some reason it keeps reordering the ones that share initiative, so Dragonbait's first this time.
Sure.
Might need it at this point. He will take 2 sweeps at the one in front of him. So the second sweep will actually be at the second one.
Yeah.
And that kills both of them like Holy Avengers tend to do. And he will use his movement to engage with the third to tie it up. And it's your turn.
Which is the one they've been bashing on?
They've been each one's been attacking the one next to
I
it.
gotcha. Okay. We'll attack the one at the bottom then. Hmm, 12.
Is a hit? Hits the DC.
What?
Wow.
Wow, Pat.
Double ones.
And then this boy will... Oh, oops.
I would also shout that
No,
this way
use that
does
name.
not go around.
He
I think I'm all the
will...
way down here.
This doesn't look like it.
He will hold a attack. Going toe to toe with the one that it's going with. Whether that's a death or not, it won't really matter. This kobold come up to the edge, flick a stone at Damokos, miss horribly, and retreat. Victor will go toe to toe with the one that's been fighting. More than likely kill, I imagine, that time. Yes? No? That's my Discord.
I'm sorry.
Well, both those life drains are against each of the bees that they're next to.
The top one hits, which I presume is the top one? Okay.
Yep. And then bottom with the bottom. And then this one will make an attack against Dragonbait. I think that misses, actually. Yes, that misses. Bring us to this kobold's turn, who will, lo and behold, go forward, take a shot at Damokos, and then retreat. And Nezu's turn.
I will stab this thingy.
Before
Set
you
up?
do that, give me a dexterity save,
Dexterity save.
as well as Damokos. As you're kind of focused on the claw, you all of a sudden hear a loud behind you. And as you turn around to see what could possibly make the sound, you see a giant rolling stone.
Oh god, thank god I moved away.
So you manage to dodge, so take half of this, which is... Oh, that's a painful amount. Both of you manage to dodge this, so take 10 damage each, or 5 for you then.
I believe I would only get no damage if I
Damocos?
succeed. Which I assume 18's a success, right?
Yep.
What's that? Yes. Those are successes. So it's 20 damage, halved for the success, half for evasion. Is it? Or is
evasion
it
is
no damage?
no
Okay,
damage.
Yeah.
yeah. It breaks apart the wooden claw, which happens to also make it go careening down the track. So, Artis, give me a dexterity roll along with that.
Oh god, not me. Alright, hold on. You're gonna have to give me a second. I gotta pull my sheet up. What save? I don't see a
Dex.
save anywhere. How would I
I
know
just
what
hit the dexterity stat.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Unless here's... No, here's advantage, so that's +2 to that. Because he has the proficiency in dex saves, so that's a 14. Which is just enough to save, so you also take 10 damage.
I
And
automatically die to this minecart.
no one has to run the risk of jumping into the pit to avoid it. But the rock does go careening off following the tracks down, being quite noisy on the way down. Now you can have your turn, Nezu.
That rock hurt a little.
Damocos, you okay?
I've been worse. I've been better, but I've been worse.
Fair enough. With the path unblocked, I assume with that rock, I think I should push forward.
That is fine.
I will move up here just so I can see what's up ahead. Nothing. Oh, I see a kobold there. Okay. Then move up once more. Ooh,
And
that's the
he
inventor, right?
would use his reaction. 15 hit.
15, I do not believe hits. One sec. AC 18, nope.
Yep. So he misses. And then you can make your attack.
Stabby, stabby.
And I would imagine you obliterate him. One of those hits. The 21. Oh, well, you don't obliterate him.
Still alive. Okay. Then do the punch.
Hit. That obliterates him. Not really, but he slumps to the ground dead.
And that is my turn. I guess I do have some movement. I think I had 10 so far? Yes. So I'll move over here. And that's my turn. Also, I yelled to Thomas Coast down the hall. If you hear me, that this does go up by the looks of it. It does go. And that's my turn.
I would yell on down to them. Pass the message along. This way might be a way up.
When Artis' turn comes around, it is their turn.
So you guys want me to turn back around?
We might have found something.
Sure, I'll take my kobold corpse 30 feet back up. And you know what? I'm dashing. Right here. With my kobold corpse. Yes.
Yes. Bring us to Damocles' turn. Yes.
I dropped myself on a rock. Yeah, but I'm moving up really for now. Hold on a sec. My computer's going real slow.
Oh, is that for your magic surge?
Yeah. That was a mistake to roll it to GM.
That's a good.
But yeah, I'm just moving forward. My computer's being slow, but I'll get up the stairs. Trying to work out just how much movement that is. 15 to there. Yeah, I have that much movement. I'll go to here.
Mhm.
Can I see them from here? Because I'll pop off a firebolt.
You'd be able to see there's one in the middle of the corridor because he's like kind of standing in the opening at the top of the stairs.
And I mean, I do have this to deal with cover and things like that. So I'm shooting a firebolt up there.
Yep. The hit, and it drops to the ground dead.
Hitting bot. Good work.
And Baywild's turn.
We'll just hit both of them. So top and bottom.
That's 2 kills anyway. Bring us to Dragonbait, who will hopefully utterly obliterated with that, and he doesn't. He leaves it with 1 HP. And now it's your turn, Rick.
Let's see if I can finish it off.
Yeah, and if you can, we will say that this last kobold would cower. Yes, and that would kill it. So at this point, this combat would be done. This last kobold, its will would break. It would cower for a few seconds before running off. So Damocles, if you wanted to kill it or capture it, now's your chance. Otherwise, it will bolt across the bridge and try and scurry off.
I don't think I would try and capture it, but maybe shoot in the back.
Lasso man.
Yeah. Yeah, and that would kill it voluntarily.
Because I think that was the one that actually hit me.
And that is the first part clear of the mine. It obviously goes down further, but we will save that for next week.
Yeah.
I know Em's tired. That's a good point to leave it. No point getting started on the next layer when it would take at least this long, if not longer, considering they are more than warned now. The kobolds from the night before, I will tell you that the kobolds of this mine believe, and rightly so, that the top layer is haunted because of the specters. So they thought that the calling out was a specter, and that's why they got scared and ran off. But the place wasn't on high alert because, either they didn't tell everyone because they didn't want to be known as scaredy cats, or they told everyone and it's just another spectre. We deal with them. Don't be so scared.
That's kind of funny.
But when you have 5 HP, they don't tend to fight spectres.
No, I mean, yeah.
But one has gotten away now. One did get away during that fight, and he has gotten off deeper into the mines.
Well, that was a good one, though, I thought.
Which we will, yes, we will deal with next week.
It's not every day that, you know, we pull like
I was told those cards
4
were
or
good.
5 cards from the deck of many things.
I was told those
Not
were
every
good.
day you pull those cards from the deck of anything.
But yeah, it was exciting nonetheless.
Yes, have a think about what we want to do about Alan.
I'll get back to you before the end of the week.
Yeah,
Next
I'm
session.
good. I'm good either way. I can plan a whole travel to Limbo and deal with some more Slad and deal with a whole story arc that way, or we can roll up a new character and see how it goes from there. It is up to you, Emerald.
Hell.
I'm not going to, just because I can, have it completely inaccessible. Like, I'm not going to rip your character away from you, even if it was via the deck of many things, unless it's the Reaper card or something like that. If you'd pulled the Skull, then yeah, you would have been dying and re-rolling a new character. But it is purely up to the DM, and I honestly do not mind another side tale, because quite honestly, with how the cottage of Baba Yaga deposited us and where it deposited us, we are pretty close to Omu. So if we wanted to, draw out this part or this campaign a bit more, then we can explore more, or else we're in the perfect spot to kind of make some money, get some more experience, and delve into Omu when we're ready.
Just with what you're talking about there, and how this could, like, rescuing them could be like another campaign. Like, Democos could find the information that we need.
I'm
with,
not
with
talking.
this thing.
Yeah, I'm not talking. And don't go telling the rest of the party what that means, what it means and everything, unless Damocos is sharing it with the party. I want that twist, because I don't think anyone else has clicked onto it yet. But I mean, you know what you can do. You know the meta information behind that and everything. But Damocos does not know what it does.
Yeah.
But don't also think of it like another campaign entirely to get Alan back. It would be, an arc of this campaign. It would be like the Goblin War. It would just be something that we're doing.
I mean, it just says just right at the end of the skill, just the way it was worded. It just says unearthing the deepest secrets of the multiverse can require an adventure or even a whole campaign.
Exactly.
So this skill could tie into it like a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you're talking about your
researcher.
Your researcher, yes. Yeah. Well, that could definitely roll into it.
Yeah. But either way,
I thought you were talking about the other thing that you grabbed earlier.
Yeah, but they can all tie together, including with the researcher thing, to be honest.
Yeah. But we will deal to that next week. We will let Grim do his outro, and we will let people do what they do.
I had a good one. It was fun. It's exciting.
It was good. It was interesting.
As I mentioned, it's not often that you get a bunch of pulls on the deck of many things, or even get one.
I see a lot.
Yeah, it's exciting.
I don't think I'll ever pull from one again.
No balls. But yeah.
And it's still pretty much virtually full.
Mostly.
My whole gist is I'll make new characters and we'll just come back and keep falling on the deck.
We'll have to see about your weight next time, because
they're not overweight because Riyadh has a handy haversack, which is basically a bag of holding, but has a different configuration and everything. That's why they're able to carry quite a bit. Plus, they've also lost a lot of stuff over this adventure. Like, they are scraping by off of. You guys are surviving on your day to day off of Riyadh and his magic. You guys have. basically no tents, no blankets or anything. I think Nezu and Artis have a tent each, and that's what you guys have been kind of huddling under each night
I have
and
a
everything
tent
like that.
still.
Oh, you do? You still have a tent too? Still? Okay.
But yeah, like we're drinking water created from the alchemy jug, and we're eating good berries.
Yeah.
Good berries.
Like, yeah, morale wouldn't exactly be at an all-time high with you guys, but you guys are doing what you do because you're adventurers and it's what you do. You expect the hard times like this. It can't always be the lap of
I'll have
luxury.
you know, my good honey is
Yeah.
delicious.
Ugh.
Either way, it's a
Alright,
good
very
one.
good.
We'll catch everybody next week. Hope you all have a great day, and peace out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.